Hey guys, my name is Melissa Galamay. I am a three-time elite team and have the pleasure and honor of leading Tenaciously Fierce. My husband and I have been married for almost 12 years and we live in Northern California with our three kids. I've been a coach for almost 6 years now, and I found Beachbody when I was coming out of probably the roughest year of our marriage. I'd been following a couple women on Facebook, and I was truly inspired by the way that they were sharing their stories and the transformations that they were getting in their health. And I felt like I didn't have that type of courage, and my story, I was super ashamed of all the mistakes that I had made in my past and the way that I grew up, and I just was really lost in my life, and I needed something desperately, but I had zero self-confidence, and so I waited 13 months and sat on the sidelines, which is my biggest regret now, but I know that I got started when I was supposed to. Quickly after starting, I decided that I wanted to really just go all in with this. I didn't want to sit on the sidelines, and I started getting results, which just inspired me to start sharing it with other people, because I had been in such a hopeless place that I knew other people needed this. I had always been intimidated by going to the gym, and now it was like I was losing weight and toning up, and it was amazing. So I slowly started growing my team, and about 90 days in, I ended up pregnant with my third child unexpectedly with the IUD, and it was a shocker because I had missed out on so much with my two boys while I was busy climbing the corporate ladder that I knew I just did not want to send another baby to daycare. So I worked with my coach and I started hitting goals fairly quickly. I did all the things that she told me to do, like going to Super Saturday and going to Summit, where I drove 14 hours to get there. And I walked away from those events even more confident and sure that this is what I wanted to do, and that I just was so passionate about helping people. I always had wanted to help people and make a difference, but this was at a higher magnitude, and it was introducing me to people that I didn't know, and making new friends and giving me this new confidence. While I was on maternity leave, it was like the first time that I'd ever had freedom with my boys, and I knew that it was going to be really, really hard to send my baby to daycare. So I decided that I was going to start working to go part-time, and within I think a year, we went 3-star. It was right after I got back from maternity leave. 15 months in, I had matched my salary, and I decided that I wanted to pursue this full time. And it was the best decision that I could have made for our family, because we've just grown closer together and been able to have so much time that we would have never had without this opportunity. When my daughter was 6 months old, I was diagnosed with rheumatoid arthritis, which has caused permanent damage in my right arm. And that was a really, really hard diagnosis for me, because the doctors were telling me to expect to slow down. And I was somebody who was constantly on the go, and 3 kids, and I had this new business that I had just walked away from my full-time job. I got a little bit depressed, and then I decided, you know what, I'm not going to let this define me, just like I hadn't let anything else define me in my life. And I was going to start sharing my mess and turn it into a message to serve others, because I now had this new understanding for chronic pain, and I wanted to help people who felt so alone and in the dark, because it can be very isolating when those around you don't understand. And I use that to start making modifications and sharing my story and talking about the pain days and how I really transformed my mental health to get healthy from the inside out. And that's my mission now. This opportunity has also helped me get sober, which is such a gift for our family. And it's given me the confidence just to really step into who I believe I was supposed to be. And my husband has gained a healthy wife that loves herself and is on a mission just to transform everyone around us. And our marriage has improved. We've been able to take these trips that we would have never had. But the best thing of all is, like, my kids have a mom that they can count on, and not just in the sense that I'm home for them every single day and I can run to the school and I can sit on boards for sports and they don't ever have to worry about who's picking them up or running anything. but they have a sober mom who's present and who's positive and who's pouring into them. And to me, that's just the best gift of all. There's not one thing that you could look at in my life that Beachbody hasn't affected. And it's just my mission to continue to be so filled up that I overflow and touch everyone around me and help them with this opportunity, because I'd be lost without it. Our lives would look completely different. And I know, especially with my chronic pain, my mindset would not be this. When it's so easy to give up, like I just keep pushing through. I rarely take days off. I will modify and honor my pain, but I think it's so important to really just pour into those people who feel that desperation the way that I did when I got started on this journey back in 2014. So thanks so much for listening to my story, and I hope to help people with it.